Hello and welcome back to my Warframe adventure. In today's episode, we return to DUVIRI to tackle the new Isleweaver quest. We also rank up once again with the Hex, and we have some very interesting conversations with the gang. Now, on with the show. Why, hello there, ladies, gentlemen, and friends from beyond the binary, and welcome back to my Warframe adventure. It is lovely to see you today, and I hope that you are doing well. Now, I'm not entirely sure what we're going to get up to in this episode, but no doubt you do know because of the title and the thumbnail and all of the timestamps down below. I figure we'll begin by taking a look at this. Now, this is a work in progress list of tasks that I would like to complete before we begin the old piece. I'm making this not only for my own personal sake, so I know what I need to do, but just for, I suppose, transparency, honesty, etc. Because I imagine a lot of people are very excited for me to do the old piece, and trust me, so am I. But there's a lot left to do that I don't want to brush underneath the carpet or the rug, you know what I mean? So here's my list as of right now. 1. Revisiting DUVIRI to complete both Isleweaver and acquire all of the Lost Islands of DUVIRI fragments. There is a lot of lore here, which I am completely unaware of. I was spending quite a lot of time in DUVIRI, as you'll know, I think about a week or 2 weeks ago. I think I did 3 videos in succession of me going to DUVIRI, and the comments were mixed between, this is great, I love DUVIRI, and oh my god, another DUVIRI video, come on. So I thought, okay, to try and, you know, satiate people, we'd do a little something else. But I am planning to go back to DUVIRI at some point to finish that off. And who knows, maybe Isleweaver will be our little task for today. Down here we've got finishing the Hex, reaching level 5 standing, progressing the Kim, which we will do momentarily, making them all my friends, question mark. I feel like there's something that we're going to have to do via the Kim in order to go back and do the New Year's Eve quest again. Because the final words of Albrecht in Trati before the loop began again, and I'm paraphrasing ever so slightly, was that I needed to get to know them. So I feel like that has to be a sort of conjunction of both getting the standing up and getting to know them on a personal level. So that's something we'd like to do, or I'd like to do for us, the playthrough, you know what I mean. Next up, collect the remaining Albrecht notes. Notes 1 and Notes 2. This is over in the Sanctum Anatomica by exploring his laboratory. I only really go over there to hunt down the Whispers when it's a bounty. And I've mentioned this before. When the bounty isn't there, I find it can be a little bit, not hard, it's just a little bit tricky to find the Whisper. And again, given my limited time, I'd like to go there when I know it's going to be like a shared objective, when everyone in the lobby is hunting for the same thing. So I'm going to try and work on that in my own time, and then when I've collected them, we'll look at them together, which I'm very excited about, because so far those notes that were found have been really, really enlightening, so I imagine these will be as well. Watch the TennoCon concert, which we've now done, so I can delete that. Finish collecting the Ordis fragments. You'll know that I have a lot of them, but there's still maybe like 2 or 3 here and there that I'm missing, so I need to go back and do that. Investigate Fortuna, the mushroom guy. I did inadvertently, when farming the reputation over in Fortuna, stumble upon the door by the entrance to Fortuna. Like when you teleport in, if you turn left immediately, there's a door or a vent. I went in there and looked around for all of a minute, and I thought, we'll come back here in the future. I'm guessing that's referring to, is it Noko? Noko? I don't know how you'd pronounce the Warframe's name. I'm familiar with them because when I started playing, he was what I saw on the loading screen. So I've stared at that Warframe quite a lot. So yeah, we'll go back and do that. The Corpus Tenants Codex entries, you get these by handing in your Granum crowns on Corpus tile sets, and of course explore remaining Levirians. Now, I don't know if there's anything else you guys would like me to do. I know people have asked me to look at the, I believe it's called the narrative panel at TennoCon. I'll save that for when I've beaten the old piece. I don't want any spoilers going into the old piece. Trailers, teasers, anything. So anything TennoCon related, I'll save until after I'm caught up. That includes dev streams. I know a few people have asked me to watch and react to some dev streams. I'd love to do that, but again, I really want to maintain the sanctity, which might be a pretty extreme word to use, of the playthrough, and, you know, experience the content without any idea as to what's going to come. I've got some ideas. I've got some ideas about what the old piece might be, which, I mean, I could get into, but I don't really want to derail, nor do I want to invite maybe discussion in the comments about how close I am to the truth. My guess would be the old piece is what the operator is getting up to while the drifter is in 1999. And if I were a betting man, it would be something to do with that portal, which I saw because of someone else's host state or whatever, back in the Sanctum Anatomica. And maybe it's a way for us to revisit the old piece, which I'm guessing... Do I have my timeline down here still? I should do. Warframe timeline. Where was it? There. A brief piece, which we've had on here for God knows how long. Maybe preceding, I would guess, the release of the old piece? Because I had no idea that was going to be content. I did not know the old piece was the name given to the patch. But yeah, I'm guessing it's exploring this segment of time here. So yeah, looking forward to that, but I'm in no rush to get there. If you guys have any suggestions, I implore you to leave them in the comments below. As you'll know, I try to be proactive with you guys in the comments and chat with you and what have you. So if you've got any suggestions for what you'd like to see, let me know. Something which I don't know, had made very clear in my attempts to do this, it is impossible to please everybody, despite me trying my best. You know, I might have 100 people say, oh, I'd love to see you do this. I do it, and then there's another 100 people who go, ugh, why is he doing this? And it's like, oh God, okay, where do I find the sweet spot, right? So I'm at a point now where I'd rather do everything and not have to worry about splitting an audience and just do what feels right to me. So if you guys let me know what you'd like to see, I can then do it regardless of how many people would like to see it, if that makes sense. Anyway, before we continue, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass over to me from yesterday, because I could upgrade the standing with the Hex last night, and I had some Kim conversations, and I thought I'd squeeze that in last night before I went to bed. So apologies if I seem slightly tired. Admittedly, today I'm shattered, if you couldn't tell. Like you could put a pillow under my head, and I'd go out like a light. It's been a week, guys. I'm not going to get too into it, and I'm not looking for any kind words, and I know you provide them because you guys are lovely. But yeah, it's been a tough week. We've had a lot of bad news in the family. Nothing that directly affects me, but just a lot of stuff which is really just quite sad to do with illnesses and cancer and stuff. So yeah, it's been a hard one, but not to get too soppy, having this series, this game to come to it's been good. It's been real good. So yeah, I'm going to pass over to Andy from last night, and then I will take over. We'll do the Kim conversations for today, and then I think we're going to try out Isleweaver. So take it away, Andy from last night. Why, hello there. You've joined me moments after achieving rank 3 with the Hex, and I've already made my decision as to what my reward is going to be. So without further ado, let us redeem and see what conversations await us.
Got you something.
The team got us something? Say, a man is peckish. Ha! Hungry, Quincy. You know, I had a board game like that growing up, and I bet I could... Team lunch? Offer is always open to join me. It's a big food court. Join in. Let's go number 2. Offer is always open to join me. Come on, Quincy. Let me finish. Say man is peckish, but that sugar-coated corpo advertising vomit keeps playing in our ears in that food court. What would you say to me shooting hardware, bumping the droning? Yes, I condone this action. Incredibly so, Quincy. Oh, let me crush them. I'll be careful not to damage Zeke. Hey, no! I told you we might need to put patience there from outside these walls. No shrapnel, no debris. I need space that's clean. Now, dear Letty. Hasn't anyone noticed? Noticed what, El? It's not patients that have surrounded the mall's walls out there, but inquisitive citizens who seem to feel safer around here. Wait. You mean we're actually making a difference here? I'm gonna go with the third option. Be a little bit coy, you know. I'd like to think so. We aren't a bad... He's gonna say the T word! Team. God, I love this. It's so good. It's so well written. More mouths to feed. Even if his Madge thinks we're good and cozy. Not a good idea. I could dismiss them. It would take but a thought. I can't help but feel like, even if we try our best, why give the people a false comfort that we can save any of them? It's not going to end up good for anyone. What if it wasn't false? Maybe that's what this is about. Knowing we can change things. The more people here, right now, that feel hope, the better. I mean, if we want to lean on my... Again, I need to find a different name than friendship is magic. If we want to lean on the idea that the light within us, the operator, the drifter, whatever else, is able to have a genuine effect on the people around us, then who's to say that the light within others doesn't then also bolster others around them? Maybe it's not necessarily unique to me, but maybe I'm just really good at sharing it with others. I'm going to go with number 2, nonetheless. Maybe that's what this is about. Knowing we can change things. Not to be a downer, but I get the feeling we'd be inviting more people to the disappoint party. But shouldn't we tip the scales of fate? Even a tickle on the scale could be most interesting. Sure, then I'm the one responsible for runny noses and amputations. My aunt always said, no big decisions on an empty stomach. Let's meet in the food court and discuss what to do. Ooh, team lunch. Team lunch in. And you're all welcome for kicking this off. I'm glad we're all doing something together. Let's protect them and each other. Thanks, Quincy. Thanks, everyone. I guess it's bonding time. Do I want to be the hero with like the heroic, you know, let's protect them and save one another? Do I want to just say a genuine message of sincerity, like I really appreciate that we get to do this? Or do I want to be a bit tongue-in-cheek? I guess it's bonding time. I'm going to go number 3. I quite like this sort of sarcastic undertone. The Hex went offline. Okay. Right. So, you may have noticed, I am Arthur. I was very kindly gifted this skin when I logged in earlier, and yeah, it's quite odd. It's very odd standing in front of Arthur when I am Arthur. And if you can no doubt tell, I've basically customized him in the same way I already had my Excalibur Umbra, going as far to show the scarf on him as well. I think he looks sick. I'm super happy with how he looks. There was one thing I wanted to do before we went over and did the Kim conversations. Now, I don't remember where... Oh, that's the ceiling. I don't remember where it was I went to. I want to say it was on this side. But there was a PC room.
My job was to sew screaming meat back together in war zones. Day in, day out. People got weird, burnt out. But compared to this, it was like having my hair braided at a music festival.
I wonder if she'll discuss that in the Kim conversations. Just for me, out of a morbid curiosity to know more about the history of this Earth. Right?
How's it looking out there?
I wonder what wars took place and whether or not we'd be privy to finding out more. This is what I wanted to show you guys. I saw something in here. I think it was this computer in the back. And look, I didn't activate it, but I saw there is concept art for the game around the desk. You can see a sentient in the background. Look at that. And then all these different life forms. You've got what appears to be the operator there. And I thought I'd save this for obviously when we got to, well, I was going to say play together, but you know what I mean. I'm going to take a quick photo of that sign on the floor. I'll touch upon that maybe later in this episode, counting on future Andy to know what I'm talking about. Let's have a look. Activate. Oh! Oh, that's pretty sweet. I mean, no disrespect, but I don't know if I'm going to sit here and look at all of these now. But I will momentarily keep it up. That's sick. I wonder if you can find these elsewhere in the game. I feel like someone mentioned this existing, or something similar to this existing, aboard the Zaraman. But I never found it. Huh, I like that. I like that a lot. And yeah, I was obviously having a look around, and it's sort of like an internet cafe, right? Which is kind of sweet. I've never been to an internet cafe myself, but I've, God, maybe 2 decades ago, used to play with some people who would only be able to access, say, like World of Warcraft from their local internet cafe. Yeah. This is a proper relic, isn't it? Something coincidentally that my dad asked me the other day, and he said, have you had a LAN party recently? I said, Dad, that LAN parties are a thing of the past. Like, I especially with how busy life is. All my friends and I, we're all sort of very busy nowadays with work or being parents or whatever. The idea of us meeting up in person is already so incredibly difficult. The idea that we could meet each other and find a room large enough to house our gaming PCs to play like some local co-op game. Yeah, so, yeah, I miss that. I didn't really get to enjoy or partake in many LAN parties, but the few that I did get to enjoy in, like, the mid-noughties, I don't know, it's something really quite special about being in a room of people all enjoying the same thing at the same time. Like, you cannot replicate that over Discord or, as I once used, TeamSpeak. Or Ventrilo, you know, while we're reminiscing. One of my, I don't know, one of like the best feelings I'd have in like the 2000s is when you would get given the IP and password for someone's Ventrilo or TeamSpeak server. Like, it felt like you were entering an exclusive club. It was a really quite special feeling. Anyway, enough of me waxing lyrical about these things of yesteryear. I imagine future Andy will touch on this, but let me just quickly, before I go over to the Kim, show you. If I hover over here, as you can see, the site chassis has been crafted. If I then go to this mission, you'll notice the neuroptics are owned, or at least the blueprint, sorry. I have run so many missions, and I'm not getting the systems. Like, I cannot tell you how many times I've run this specific mission. It is painful. I just want the systems desperately, but it won't show up for me. I will probably do a couple of these later before I go to bed, just to gain some more chemistry and stuff. I know a few people have asked, and again, maybe future Andy will touch upon this in the episode. I am planning, of course, to do the Technosite Coda for the first time with all of you, so look forward to that. But yes, for the time being, let's go over to the back room. In we go. I know there is a computer out there, but I'd much rather go in here, into my cozy little hobbit hole. Look, because this was my current loadout, I now have a statue of Arthur. It's pretty sweet. Yeah, something that I would like to touch upon at some point is digging deeper into where exactly Halvania is. My guess is we are probably in a fjord somewhere in Norway. That's my guess. We've seen the cruise liner in the bay, and I can only assume from the name Halvania and the other sort of landmarks we can spy from our windows or when we're running the missions and you fly up high and look around. Yeah, I can only assume that we are somewhere amidst the fjords. So, yeah. It makes me wonder about the history of this world. What purpose did Halvania serve? Why is this the city that it is? Right? And maybe Letty, in maybe talking to us about these wars where she has served on the triage team, can maybe tell us a little bit more about the history of this world and what exactly happened here. Anyway, let's go over to the Kim and let's see what conversations we can have today. I'm still working on this, by the way. As you will have noticed, the earlier mission to get the site systems is tech rot. And I've just wanted to run that repeatedly. I think I'm maybe northward of 20 attempts. And I know some of you will go, nah, child's play. I tried 50 times and I never got it. But yeah, I'm northward of 20, I'd say, so far. And still no systems to be seen. And it's really sad because I just want to play as Sight. And I already know a few of you will be typing, you can just go and buy the blueprint from, I believe it's Amir that sells them. At the moment, I want to put all of my standing into progressing the faction. You know what I mean? Progressing the Hex. Anyway, Kim time. Let's begin with Arthur. What's the deal with Owie? So about you and Owie. That's too direct. Let's go, number one. What's the deal with Owie? Can you be more specific? What's she like? You know, winky, winky, winky. I know that would make him so uncomfortable. God, I'm so tempted to click it. But I want to be his friend. If I click profile, friendly. I'm friendly with him. We're starting to get more friendly progress. Still reluctant to talk about his personal life, but seems to want to know a lot about DUVIRI. No, let's keep it chill. You know, what's she like? Everybody thinks I'm in charge. Nope, I'm just the one they listen to. She's the real heart of the team. It'll be long dead without her, including me. Shit, mostly me. How long have you two known each other? Way back. We served together in the ICR. She's my best mate. Couldn't do any of this nonsense without her. We already know what the ICR is, but maybe I can get him to elaborate and talk more about how they met, maybe. International Crisis Response. The peacekeeping unit that got us into the shithole mess. Been friends for a long time. Closer for longer than that. But if you're itching to ask more about our past, I'm gonna have to stop you there. It isn't my story to tell. You'll have to ask her about it. But I'll warn you, just don't be wearing a whole lot of metal near any important body parts when you do. God, I'm not normally one for gossip. When my lovely wife comes home from work and she's ready to sort of like whittle off the list of gossip she's got, I'm not normally one to go, oh yeah, tell me. But when it comes to, you know, virtual characters and this time loop in 1999 and the potential fling that they had, I'm in. This is way more my cup of tea. So yeah, let's continue. Let's go over to Quincy. So, you got a home or what? You're crashing here like you're my cousin Jay after being dumped. Are we friends? We are friends of Quincy. Nope, never have. Wow, ouch, that's harsh. Thanks for asking so nicely, arsehole. Oh, he'll love that. He'll love that. Thanks for asking so nicely, arsehole. Lamau, yeah, okay, I deserve that. Sorry. I'm just sitting here wondering why you don't go home, you know? Back to where you came from, instead of being stuck here with us effers in a war zone. Well, you gotta have somewhere. No, I really don't. Are you gonna start laughing at me, Quincy? I make my home wherever I am. That's true. Respect that. But you here with us and we just met, which says to me you got nowhere that matters to you. Mad Peak. It sounds so strange me saying this out loud, because like in my head it makes perfect sense, but me pausing and saying Mad Peak, it's like watching a cat woof or a dog meow, right? It just doesn't work. What about that weird place you're from? DUVIRI, whatever. Did you miss the part about the constant murder and imaginary people? Just because I read it doesn't mean I can wrap my head around it, cuz. Effing mental is what it is. You're gonna need to talk me through it next time. But I guess if that's what you had to choose from, there or here, at least this shithole has my Lux ass classing up the joint, Lamau. And at least you pick up after yourself. Somebody teach Amir where trash goes. Dirty boy gonna attract more pets for Letty. God, I love it. I think that's you saying I'm welcome here. Somebody has to stick around to keep you humble. Oh, it's gotta be that. It's gotta be.
The balance of power continues to shift.
Mum.
Navigation is marked with
Mum.
new invasions.
I'm on MSN. I'll come have dinner in a minute. Leave me alone. You're gonna give up on that real fast, cuz, but you give it a go. I love watching you try. Thank you, Quincy. Okay, let's go to Owie. Can target practice wait until tomorrow? I beg of you, I'm trying to sleep. That message was for Quincy. Sorry, please ignore this. Quincy's gunshots keeping you up? Sounds like you're having a tough time. It's fine. This is a big mall. I can always find somewhere further from Quincy to nap. I'm sure he doesn't need to shoot things at all hours. Nah, it's for the best that I didn't reach him. He needs to let off steam. I get it. I can say something to Arthur for you if you want. I'm gonna do it. I am gonna stir the pot. I can say something to Arthur for you if you want to. I appreciate the thought, but if that was a good idea, I'd talk to Arthur myself. Hey, I get it. I'd never tell Ordis how his jokes keep me up sometimes. It's gotta be that. Ordis, a friend of yours? I knew she'd dig deeper. Yeah, he's the Cephalon intelligence that runs my spacecraft. No. I'm not gonna do Ordis dirty. Yes, he's like my best friend. Genuinely. And I'd say so. He's there through thick and thin. And when shit hit the fan during the New War, he was still there. And he even went further and actually made a body for himself, right? He's my boy. A Cephalon is like a... what exactly? Oh, God. They're people whose consciousness was uploaded to virtual space, usually by force. Oh, God. I'll have nightmares about that now. Damn, there I go sabotaging your sleep further. You and Quincy are quite the pair. Kidding. I'll survive, lol. Like, I don't want to just repeatedly say how good the dialogue is. But, like, it is so authentic. Like, I had a friend. I know, I don't mean to brag. I had a friend who, I swear, typed almost exactly like this. exactly like this. And it's oddly emotional. Not that I feel like I'm chatting to them, but I really do feel like I've been taken back in time. It is so surreal. And Quincy, again, I played a lot of MMOs in the noughties, and a byproduct of that is having a guild chat of people from all across the world, from all different cultures, all different backgrounds, and everyone had their own way of talking, their own way of chatting, their own sort of phrases that you could look at and go, oh, I know who's talking right now. And I don't know, I'm really, I don't know, I'm quite emotional, weirdly, about it all. But anyway, I'm not going to keep prattling on. Ordis is okay, trust me. Your reaction to things that were normal to the Orokin is a good reality check for me. Yes. Well, Ordis is lucky to have you. He knows, lol. Oh no. I've got to go number 2. I know someone picked me up on that before. You know what I mean. I'm very lucky to have him. Aww. Time for me to go find a nice place to sleep. Sweet dreams. That felt good. That felt good. Okay. Amir. Oh, God. It's just so... It's so intense. Whenever I chat to Amir. Robots, 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 robots. Did you have a nice run? And we're back. Yep, you're not getting out of this one. Robots, 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 robots. Okay, okay. Yes, Hermes, please. First entries in the Hectionary, please. I need this. Wait, the question was about what again? I missed it. Okay. Ah, is that our first emoji? We may have done a smiley face before, but I don't think we've done a P. Okay, so robots. I have better things to do right now. I'm going to go number 1. Lamau. So I think what you're going to get when you say robots is like high-tech artificial intelligence, yeah? Oh, yeah. Even better. There are the sentients. There are the cephalons. There are corpus drones. I would like to chat more about the sentients. They are an extremely advanced artificial race of... Well, they're not robots, but they're close, I guess. They're extremely adaptable. They were built to terraform a new planet. Whoa. Yeah, sadly most of them keep trying to kill us. Why? Because they think we're going to ruin Tau like we ruined Earth because of the old war. I want to go number 1. I think I'm going to go number 1 here. And I think I alluded to this or mentioned it in a comment a few videos back. But I feel like at some point in time, we've got to go to Tau, right? You've got all of these road markings, shall we say, these neon arrows pointing in the direction of Tau. Like, look at that. That's cool. That's really pivotal to the plot. Anyway, let's go to 1999, shall we? We've got to go there at some point. And I think it would be really fun if it's like its own sort of mini star system. Like you get to Tau and you know how like you can traverse around Earth and then go to Mars. It'd be fun if there's like multiple different nodes to visit even when we do go. Because they think we're going to ruin Tau like we ruined Earth. Oh, Sol, we're into brain melt territory again, aren't we? Never mind, go back to the cool technology bits, lol. Keep going. Sure. There are the cephalons. They aren't robots, but they're high-tech. They're a glass brain, sort of a preserved personality. Mostly. It's complicated. Because cephalons are digitally preserved life forms, they can get tweaked, changed, like personality changed? Yeah, it was a punishment, an execution method. Does he need to know that right now? Amir is very quick to sort of like nope out of a conversation if it gets dark. And I mean, they're already in a pretty shit situation. I'll just say yes. Yeah, seems kind of fun. Live forever or as a big old glass brain in a jar. They're not in jars as far as I can figure. They pick their bodies. Even better, I want to be a tank or a robot mongoose. Can I be a mongoose tank? Why a mongoose? No, I think I'm missing the point. Why a mongoose? That is a very specific animal. Small, mean, small, bitey. Rah! Okay, gotta go think about this. Thanks. Okay. Always a pleasure to have conversations with you, Amir. Thank you. Okay, let's go chat to Nettie. Barbas, heads up. Is that a hello? Oh. Yeah, hello, good morning, or whatever the time it is. Needed to go get me with some more gals, running low on supplies. Anita got into a box and chewed through some. Oh, is Anita the name of her little mouse? Who's Anita? Lo siento, right? My newest Corazoncito. Hold on. Let's go and get some pronunciation. I know that my pronunciations are probably incredibly cringe, but I'm trying my best, guys. I want you to know that I don't want to half-ass it. So let's Corazoncito, which is pronounced like this. Let me turn down the volume.
Corazoncito. Corazoncito.
Corazoncito.
Corazoncito.
Corazoncito.
Corazoncito.
Corazoncito, which means little heart, apparently. Do I trust Google Translate? No, but my newest love, maybe. My newest little love. My new rat. She is still learning to behave. If I see any, I'll grab some. Gracias. I feel like whenever a British person says gracias, it sounds like grassy ass, which I understand is not good. Let's...
Gracias.
Gracias? That's not how you say it. Hold on. I think Google is trying to embarrass me in front of all of my friends. Let me scroll down. Hold on. Let's try this again.
Gracias.
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 Gracias. So it's like cias. Cias. Not gracias. Okay. Sorry, I get that for some of you this is like, what is he doing? But for me, like, again, I took French at school, and I've got a very rudimentary understanding. Spanish, never. I can count to 10. Maybe. So, yeah, sorry if it's, I don't want to cause any offense with my poor pronunciation. I'm trying my best to do it as much justice as possible. Anyway, I'm guessing we're friends then. Yeah, we are. Good. All right. Finally, the best to last. Eleanor. Oh, okay. We've known each other a little while now, and you're from the future, and I think I can trust you to be honest with me about this. So I have to ask the most important question. Are we alone? Or did we finally contact something else? You mean alien life? Not yet, but maybe one day. The indifference is the closest we've come, unfortunately. Yeah, we're alone. Nothing but humans and human-created things. So we know... She likes to talk about the past, about her feelings, about things she feels and sees. The longer I keep her talking, the more she seems to enjoy it. I'm gonna go with number 2, because maybe that will then open a thread of chatting about the indifference. The indifference is the closest we've come, unfortunately. What is... Now we're cooking. What is the indifference? I've seen glimpses in your mind, but I can't make sense of it. It makes me want to run and curl up somewhere far away with very thick walls. We're still not sure what it is, or even what it wants. We don't even know if it's an ancient entity like the Red Veil think it is, or if Albrecht brought it into being somehow. I need to dig further into that. Hold on. It's the thing that took... Okay, whoa. I've got some notes up, I believe. Oh. If I open them? There you go. Hopefully, future Andy will have edited this. I'm making a list of things to do before we tackle the old piece. let me just go and make a note under the indifference. I don't think I've labeled it as this before. I'm just going to make a note of investigate. Actually, no, I'll put it in here. I'll put it in my tasks list. Indifference. 1. Investigate the belief system of the Red Veil and what they believe the indifference to be. Let's go with that, of course. If I tell you it's what was possessing Major Rusalka, does that help? Oh. Oh no. Oh shit. That thing. That's the same as your indifference? I touched it. I've touched that thing with the very edge of my mind. And I locked the memory away. I didn't even remember when it happened. She was giving one of her speeches on the tannoy and I thought, I've never probed her head before. I wonder what's in there. Probably all leather and needles. And so I reached out and... Shit. I can't talk about this yet, I'm sorry. As upsetting as it is to hear that my friend has flirted indirectly with the indifference, I'm very excited to maybe have future conversations about that. So, you know, silver linings and all that. Anyway, let's try and give out some more gifts. I did realize you can gift multiple things over and over. I don't know if if Quincy would like another VHS tape. I'm gonna test it. Okay, he does like it again. Okay. Right, I was thinking logically, like, why would someone want two of the same VHS? But okay. Right, let's go to Owie. Can I give her the online CD? No. No, I cannot. Shit. And she didn't want the speaker system, did she? Which is so strange to me. So strange. Headphones? Come on. 2 for 2. Let's keep this going. All right. Amir. Amir likes games. Was there any game down here that I could give him? Pizza boxes, video camera, speaker. I mean, maybe game monitor. There we go. We'll give him one of these. There you go. 3 for 3. This is going well. Let's go to Letty next. Yeah, we'll go to Letty. What would Letty like? We know that she served as... was done triage. So let's get her a medical kit. It's expensive, but it's worth it. Come on. Okay, 2 remaining. Eleanor and Arthur. Arthur. Can I get him more keychains? Please say. Come on. All right. All I need to do is get a home run with Eleanor. Is it gonna be possible? So Eleanor likes... she likes stationary stuff. I've given her a notepad before and she liked it. I'm going to give her another one. We did it. 6 for 6. Oh, I'm so happy. Right. Well, before I pass back over to future Endy, I don't know what he's going to do, by the way. He might be on an absolute mad one. Let's go and have a look at the bounties. We are going to be able to get, so if we get to 11,000 standing tonight, that remains 59, so it's going to be 3 more days. So, today's Wednesday, I'm recording this Wednesday. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Okay, that works out. That works out. So, yeah, sorry. So, this episode... oh, that works out really well. That means the next episode after this will be the next rank up. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. Okay. I think what I might do tonight to maybe help future Endy, whether it's in this video or maybe in Monday's episode, I might run a few of these capture missions to try and pick up some of these reward. So, yeah, I'll leave it here for now. I'm very tired, so I'm gonna probably go to bed not long after I run some bounties, and I'll pass back over to me in about 12 hours time. And we're back, presumably. For me, it's been a couple of seconds. So let's come over to the computer. Oh, what is this? Duet chance. I've not seen that image before with like the little tendrils. Duet chance, 50%. Probability of encountering a pair of Technosite Coda at this location. I'd love to do the Technosite Coda. You guys in the comments, let me know. Would you like to see me farm the Technosite Coda in its entirety, or would you rather me, deal with it in the level, and then when they go to, where do I find the note about it? They go to the Earth Proxima. I think we read that in the tutorial for it over in the Codex area. If you'd like to just see that bit, let me know. I'm happy to do it either way. I do believe, actually, if we go over to here, one moment, I think I have most of the mods we need. So we've got Anti-V, Drive Duster. There's 8 total, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, okay, well, I'm missing a couple. Who knows, though? Maybe these are all we need. Worm Away, Trojan Tracker, Soft Safe, Anti-V, Drive Duster, Keep Clean. Okay, never mind. So yeah, I still need to farm a couple more before we can 100% find the right combination. Anyway. Oh, what's on the calendar? Ah, my prize. We'll go with the Oregon Reactor Blueprint, please. Thank you very much. And then what's next? Choose a Hex Override, active during the Halvanian missions for the rest of the calendar year. Attacks from Spectres or Companions have a 25% chance to cause radiation status. Okay. Health Orbs create a 10-meter wide explosion on pickup, damaging enemies, gain 50 armor, and every 10th ability cast makes the next one free for yourself and allies. I think I might go for Bad Medicine. And I need to apologize to Letty, because when I was running the mission the other day to try and get the systems for Sight, she would end the mission by saying, "You're not here to do the bare minimum, are you? Come on, let's keep killing." While I am running as fast as possible to extract. Letty, I'm there for the bare minimum. I need this blueprint. I can't stay around. Anyway, confirm. Next up, what do we got here? Wow, user, you've won a prize. Melee Arcane Adapter or Primary Arcane Adapter. I'll go for Primary. I think that's probably the better one. Another prize. Oh my goodness. Cephalon Samadeus? What? I did not know that was their name. Hold on. Cephalons. Where's my Cephalon tab? Here we go. Known Cephalon. Let's make a note in here. Cephalon Samadeus. Cephalon Samodeus. I realize I don't have Cephalon Psi in here either. I need to update this. And Cephalon Melica. God. There we go. And Samaris isn't in here either. This is how old this note is. So I've just never gone back to update it. There we go. Perfect. Brilliant. Okay, cool. Cephalon Samadeus. Responsible for the creation of the Riven mods. Who knew? Probably everybody. Okay, so we've got the Riven, complete a Riven mod, and then we've got arcane enhancements. I'll go for the Riven. Pistol Riven mod, nice. Okay, another Hex Override, Heavy Mags, which gives you 25% more magazine capacity. Overshield cap by 50%, kills grant 50 shields. That's amazing, especially for Dante, because I'm getting a lot of overshield. At least, I think it's overshield. I need to think about that and look into his ability. I don't know if it's overshield or overguard. I'll look at that in just a moment so I can better my knowledge. I do like the sound of that. Eleanor's seems crazy, though. 250% additional damage on Spectres and Companions? That feels really good. And it kind of makes me want to play Cora, to be honest with you. Or Necros. Is it Necros? Yeah, Necros. Huh. I would also gain a benefit with my birds on Dante. I'm gonna go for harden up on a mid. I think that's overall better. And then this is the mission I'm currently on. Okay, cool. And then the final gift is either a 3-day affinity booster or an Omniformer blueprint. Nice, and look at that, we're in the final month. Brilliant. Okay, that went pretty well. Before I chat with the Kim, hold on. I just, for my own peace of mind here. Oh, and I need to show you guys something.
I'll take it from here.
I'll take it from here. I now have Qorvex. There he is. I've already customized him. And yes, I have the cape. The cape. I know a lot of people have sort of mentioned this in the comments. Yeah, I own it. I mean, how could I not? It's sick. It's so cool. So yeah, there's my Qorvex. I thought I'd try and make him look like some royal guard. Yeah. But I've not played him yet. As you can see, level 0. I thought I'd save him for when we could play together. And still, Auraxia, level 0. I've not leveled her up. But maybe when I'm caught up with Isleweaver, we can maybe look into that. And then here's Nova Prime. We've got Zaku. We've got Oberon. I still need to level these guys up a little bit. But yeah. What was I going in here for? Dante. Where is Dante? Dante abilities. Now, what is this? It would be under here. Word Warden. Light Verse. Oh, no, sorry, that's not the right one. Page Flight, no. Triumph. It is Overguard. It's not Overshield. Does Light Verse give Overshield? No, it's Overguard. Okay. So Overguard and Overshield are two separate things. Right, I understood that, but how do I get Overshield then, I guess is my question. Can I see that anywhere? Shield. Here we go. On shield break, nothing in there about Overshield. I don't know how you would get it. I don't know how Overshield works, if it is to do with an ability or if it's something else entirely. Okay. Never mind. Right, well, I think we're probably going to do Isleweaver, so it doesn't matter what frame I'm playing. Let's dive up here. Let's do these Kim conversations, and then, yeah, we'll take a stab at Isleweaver. So, Kim. Select destination. Let's begin. We'll go bottom to top, I think. Let's begin with Quincy. Space trauma. Heads up. Who in the future do I got to blame for this massive F-up we're dealing with right now? Why? Are you planning on sending them a bill? This particular nonsense? I think you can pin it on Entrati. I'd blame this on the man in the wall. It all starts with the Orokin. Well, this is an interesting one because the fact that it's affecting these guys back in 1999 is Entrati's fault, but Entrati wouldn't have come here had it not been for the man in the wall. But the man in the wall wouldn't be here if, according to my theory, it is a byproduct of Albrecht Entrati entering into the void. It goes back to Entrati again. But then would Entrati have gone into the void had it not been for the Orokin Empire and their forward march through this technological era and wanting to play and be God? I'm blaming it on Entrati. Already got that one on the list. Can't wait to get my chance to take that MFer out. Though, now that I think about it, we stuck here, the Hex and me, yeah? I think, if you let me use transference on you, I could take you into the future. I don't know how long it'd last, but it'd be something. That is, that's spicy. Okay. Well, I wonder, again, if we can, in some way, deposit their consciousnesses into the vessels? But then that's just as bad as glassing someone and making them a cephalon. Like, hey, I'm going to remove all of your autonomy, and you are going to be nothing more than a battery, a conduit, a consciousness to power these mechanical war machines. Let's see what he says if we mention this. What? Like I'm a mutt on a walk? Leashes are usually Letty's thing, I hear. But I guess for you I could make an exception. You would wear it well, but then again I'm pretty sure you'd wear anything well. And nothing. Do you mind knocking off the flirting? It's nothing personal, it's just you're not my type. Lol, you wish, but I'm glad you're trying to look at the upsides. I don't want to be a player. I don't want to be a player. I've got my eyes set on someone, and I'm pretty sure no one knows who that is. I've made no indication as to who that could be. I'll banter with him. I think he'll like the third one. Lol, you wish, but I'm glad you're looking at the upsides. What else are you gonna do when the world ruins your life? I didn't choose this. This path was picked for me. All that matters now is that what I'm gonna do with what was done to me. I gotta stand around and be angry all the time? Like, I'm gonna wait for him to stop typing because I'm reading and then it moves and I'm struggling. God, he's got a lot to say. Okay, let's go back. I'm gonna stand around and be angry about it like Letty, sulk like his Madge, panic like little Amir. Nah, not my style. Look at Eleanor. She got turned into a next freak. And you see her crying about it? She's trying to make it work. Trying to keep her head high. I wish she'd keep the F out of my head, mind you, but I can respect the balls she got for facing this shit head on. Bigger set on her than her bro if you ask me. I know which one I'd back in a fight. What I'm saying is this, cuz. When somebody's done you dirty, you decide how you cope. Nobody else. I wish I could introduce you to Teshin. I don't think he'd understand half of what came out of your mouth. Or out of your face. But you two would really get on. Yeah, I've had to learn that lesson a few times. I don't really know if I need to be taking advice. No, it's going to be the former. I really wish I could introduce Quincy to Teshin. I feel like they'd get along quite well. Sounds like my kind of guy. Well, I will make a note about this then. And I think, again, I'm going to use... I'll chuck everything in here for the time being. And again, to go back to what I said earlier about this being a tough week and dealing with, again, a lot of this is not great news. I've still not been able to find the time to sit down and really get my thoughts written out properly in the notepad. But I'd like to, I don't know, find time to really condense the notes and get everything sorted out and tidied up. It's kind of like a scratch pad at the minute, where I've got all these disparate notes and I just need to bring them all together. So I'll use this for the moment as a sort of master document that I'll then transpose over. So vessels and transference. We posit in a conversation with Quincy that we may be able to bring him and the rest of the Hex into the future via transference. I wonder if we can deposit them into the vessels. Yeah, we'll leave that there for now. Okay, let's go chat with Owie. What's the situation with the metal cranes you make? Would you be willing to make me a metal crane? I suppose I would, but they're really for me. 1,000 cranes grant a wish. I thought that was for paper cranes. What? Where did you hear that? I thought it was common knowledge. I've never heard that in my life. First I'm hearing of this. I'd love to know more. Actually, come to think of it, I think I did hear that once. That doesn't sound real, but if it makes you happy, that's cool. I'm going to go with, first I'm hearing of this. I'd love to know more, because I feel like that's going to dig deeper and maybe reveal more lore. Allow me to grant you a wish! There we go. It's just what it sounds like. When you fold 1,000 cranes, you're supposed to get a wish. Traditionally, people fold paper, but I'm sure folding metal works just as well. So, how many have you folded by now? I've seen you fold a lot. Have you gotten to 1,000 before? Let's go with the... I don't know. Let's go with number 2. Actually, yes. That wish wasn't for me, though. Time I get a wish for myself, don't you think? Oh, yeah? What lucky someone got that wish? Come on. Well, it's not a very cheery tale. I'd rather not get into it right now. Oh, hey, I'm sorry to hear that. It's all good. This next wish will be better anyway. Whatever happened, I think it's cool that you're making a wish for yourself, turning it into something happy. Yes. You're making my heart feel very full. I'll put a love heart back. Yes! Next time I see you folding those cranes, I'll have a whole new appreciation. And next time I see you seeing me fold cranes, I'll have an appreciation for your appreciation. Thank you, Owie. Okay, let's have a chat with Amir. Sup, future? Got a second? Yeah? Okay, so don't laugh, but I'm designing a video game in my spare time. That's cool. You really think so? Yeah, of course. Awesome. There's this bit of it that I can't figure out that I want to do with. I was wondering if I could just talk through the issue with you, and maybe you can help me come up with a solution. Rattle off more ideas than any of the hex. I think they're going to stuff me in a dumpster. Yeah, I'd love to help. Sweet. So, okay, I've gotten into this problem with doors, right? Go on. Okay, so I want this to be a multiplayer game, but I also want it to be an exploration platformer game. So some doors open and some doors don't, but some doors are locked until you have a key, right? Right? Okay, so how do I communicate what doors are decorative and which ones are just locked? And what do I do if one player has a key and the other one doesn't? And what do I do if one player goes through a door and the other one doesn't? Do I, like, teleport that other player? Well, I guess I could just make keys a global state and just make it higher stakes precedence, right? Like if somebody in your group has a key, everybody in your group benefits. It's kind of an exploit, but hey, it means higher ranked people will just help lower ranked people. That's not a bad thing. Power fantasy, right? Right. Okay, and as for communicating locked, I guess I could just have a lock show up for a second and a knock knock sound effect will play if it's locked, and if it's decorative, it's just not interactive, you know? Yeah! That works. Oh, and I know, if someone is ready to move ahead but somebody else is lagging, I can just pop up text that's like, X number of players are waiting for you kind of thing, and just gently nudge the laggers to kind of hurry up. Perfect. Oh, this has been so helpful. Thanks. You're the best. You're welcome. I did think... I think a couple messages and I thought, is this about to get meta? Well done. Well done. Very funny. Okay, let's move on. Oh, those... Oh, Orican? Entrati? Stop it, Letty. Stop it. These Orican. Entrati was one. Yeah? Makes sense. Him thinking he's some kind of god, ruining lives. Kind of. Halfway. After his void experiments, they adored him, but he was bitter about how they treated him before, so that's hard to explain. I think it's just how he is. You should meet the Cavia. Who are the Cavia? Friends of mine. Animals that Entrati experimented on by sending them into the void. As if I didn't need a reason to hate him more. Lab animals! They were sent into the void and came out with intelligence. The void can do weird things like that. And let me guess, he just abandoned them. Saw what he'd done and walked away because he didn't need them anymore. Yep, you got it. Now they're a bunch of traumatized animals with human intelligence. He's trying to stop the man in the wall. It's important. I'm going to go for the former, of course, but I'd love to talk more about the man in the wall. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Google Translate. Come to my rescue, please. Google Translate. Okay. I'm not even going to try and pronounce this beforehand. So...
Pobres ángeles inocentes.
Poor innocent angels. Let me listen to that again.
Pobres ángeles inocentes.
Pobres ángeles
Pobres ángeles inocentes.
inocentes.
Pobres ángeles inocentes.
Angeles. I feel like I sort of put like a Slavic twang on the Angeles, which is not what I need to be doing. Angeles.
Pobres ángeles inocentes.
Well, we know what it means. Poor innocent angels. I would love them. You're right. We do not deserve animals. Their love for us is pure and only asks for love in return. I do everything I can to help the Cavia. Honestly, I prefer them to most people. Lol. I think she'll like that. That's why I keep pets. My rats keep me company when I'm lonely. When I can't stand people, they're there. Sweet little souls, just wanting love. And cheddar crowns, but mostly love. But if I ever meet Entrati again, I'm going to make him hurt. I'm going to make him pay for every ounce of pain he paid those animals. And I'm going to make sure he knows why. I'll be there to help when you do it. Once the man in the wall is dealt with, he's all yours. Transference will finally be good for something, eh? Or maybe you can hold him down. Huh. Here I am getting all excited about something that'll never happen. I should go back to work. Nos vemos. Nos vemos.
Nos vemos.
Nos vemos. Which means see you. Okay. Something which, you know, is a commonality here to do with Entrati is, if I just do Entrati, well, actually, I'll put his full name, Albrecht Entrati. One commonality between anyone and everyone affected by his schemes is that they want to kill him. Unabashedly so. Is that his goal? His intention? Like, what if there's a deeper subtext there? Like, what if he has to do this? I'm not trying to make excuses for the man, not at all. But I'm wondering if their hatred of him, because of his relation to the man in the wall, has any impact on the indifference. I don't know, but that's definitely something to consider. I think it's also pretty natural to want to kill him. Like, I don't think it's strange to hear them say that, you know. Anyway, let's go to Arthur. Can I ask you a potentially strange question? Define strange. Remember where I'm from. Try me. So, about your food. What about it? I'm curious why you cut it up into perfect squares. Even the pizza. Honestly, it kind of reminds me of, I don't know, force of habit. That's how the rations were served on the Zariman, the ship that got stuck in the void. The ship was your home? Kind of. It's complicated. The only home I've had where I wasn't alone. I'll go number 1, because I think that opens up him to investigate more. Sounds it. Never mind. Well, I guess I could try making square spaghetti if you want. I'll tell you what, if you make it, I'll eat it. Game on. Okay. Oh, sure. Right? And then finally, Eleanor. What do you think happens after we die? Jesus Christ. What is it? Eleanor? What a question. I'm fine, Eleanor. Thanks for asking. How are you? I've seen enough to know that a personality can survive death. Go on. Imagine me lying on my stomach, full length on the couch, my chin on my hands, looking up at the POM2 and waiting expectantly to see what you're going to type next. Okay, time to pull up my sleeves. We've got cephalons where I come from. Glass cubes that used to be human beings and still express their personality. Mostly. The Orokin used to transfer their consciousness into stolen bodies so they could live forever. All Tenno can use transference to pilot warframes. We're not tied to a physical form, so it doesn't make sense to imagine our existence ending when our bodies die. I'm gonna go for this one. It's personal to us. More void magic. The more I learn about the void, the more I want to go. Perhaps that's where I belong. Off the edge of the map. Here be dragons. You Tenno have void in your blood. Lucky bastards. All very well for you lot, but what about the rest of us peasants? We can't all be Tenno, can we? I'm just saying I think survival of death is possible. Yes, I know that's what you meant. Indulge me. The void could be where souls exist. Is that what we're saying? That someone crowbarred open the spirit realm and now you lot use it to power half of your devices. not just someone. Entrati. He took the first steps into the void. I do believe this is true to an extent. Again, what we know about the Heilbronn margin, whether that is a location that is supposedly in the void or is attached to the void, whether it's kind of like DUVIRI in that it's of the void but separate. We'll make notes on this in a second. Not just someone. Entrati. He took the first steps into the void. I should have known that double-dealing bastard had his fingers in this particular pie. Has anyone ever met a dead person in the void? Or has the void ever taken the form of a dead person? Sorry to ask, but I need to know. I know some dead people who are like that. The Holdfasts. Excuse me? You know some dead people? As in socially? They remember dying? They actually know that they're dead? Yeah, they used to be officers on the Zariman, the colony ship that got lost in the void. Now they're ghosts, I suppose. Or, it's complicated. Things can go into the void, but they aren't quite the same when they come out. I'd love to click both of these. I'll go for the former. Holy shit, this is incredible. Although, how do we know it's the same person in there? The same point of view? What if it's just, I don't know, a void clone or something? Could that happen? The void taking the idea of a person and giving form to it, and that form then thinks it's the same person as the one who died? Eleanor, this is like a central pillar of the game as you know it. If it looks like a Sorgor and it screeches like a Sorgor, it's a Sorgor. It's all the same then, isn't it? This stuff really matters to you, doesn't it? Oh, I wish there was another option to indulge more. This one, I'd love to. Yeah, I'm desperate for a third option. Maybe one where I just compliment the idea. Like, yeah, that has potentially troubling, awful implications. Let's go number one. It feels like the most open of the two. No, I don't think it is. If the void made a copy of me, I'd end up losing sleep over which of us was the real one. Because if it can do that when you're dead, then surely it can do it while you're alive. I'm not comfortable with where this is heading. Sorry. Talk later. Maybe. Okay. I mean, it obviously it's a central, as I said, pillar of the game. It's who came back from the void. Was it Albrecht Entrati, or was it the void manifesting itself as Albrecht Entrati? It would be a monumental twist if we discover that the Indifference is nothing more than the soul of the true Albrecht Entrati trying to claw his way back into reality. But I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's the case. We know that Kalimos came back. According to Lloyd. Lloyd said that Kalimos went away with Albrecht. And then when he came back, he was no longer sick. Kalimos, that is. And Lloyd had a theory that maybe it was a clone of Kalimos. Do I think Albrecht would do that? I don't know. He loves Kalimos just as much as Lloyd. Like, they're his two closest companions. Do I think he would kill the one that he loved in order to create a new version of it? I don't think so. I don't think so. But no, the really good conversation. I love the chats we have with Eleanor, because she seems the most in-depth when it comes to discussing these things, right? The void could be a realm where souls exist. Is that what you're saying? That someone crowbarred open the spirit realm and now you lot use it to power half of your devices? Yeah. I'm just trying to think about how the holdfasts, though, could be corrupted. They were being corrupted, weren't they, by the void? And then as we saw, that turned one of them into a void angel. So my understanding then is that the holdfasts, while they are born of the void, aren't driven by it. Ergo, it must be. And I don't like to talk in, you know, confirming things which aren't necessarily confirmed, but I can't see it being anything other than the original soul within them. It's a really, really interesting conversation. I've really had a good time with that. Let's go down here. I'm realizing, where's my phone to check the time? Will I be able to squeeze in? I don't know how long Isleweaver will take. I realize this has taken me quite a bit of time. I'll try and squeeze Isleweaver in. I'll just put here Eleanor. And then I'll put underneath, scroll down so you can see it. We've had some conversations with Eleanor about the afterlife. Is the void, is that the right link? No. I think I've just got it as void, haven't I? Sorry. Is the void, that's better, nothing more than the afterlife? A spirit realm which we crowbarred open. And when I say we, I mean Albrecht. And then there was another note I wanted to make further down. I'll just put here void clones ... and I can elaborate on that later. Okay, let's try. I don't want to rush it, but let's try and squeeze in Isleweaver because, again, I've had a bit of a busy day and all time is out of sync for me at the moment. So let's go over to DUVIRI and let's see if we can do this. Challenge Nessie Rusalka in the Spiral, the Triumph of Death. Let me go into solo. I fear that this is going to be a troubling development for DUVIRI, because if Rusalka is still being piloted essentially by the man in the wall, does that mean that he now has a foothold inside of DUVIRI? And can he overcome and overpower the looping nature of this realm? Let's find out. Let's do it. Isleweaver. God, I'm really looking forward to this. I love DUVIRI. I think still it's probably one of my favorite places in the entire game. It's just so different from everything else. Oh, I didn't know there was a companion app. I'll have to look into that. Okay. Do I have any new...
Scholar again. Tell him his work was not finished here.
Wait.
Why did he abandon us? Remember what the scholar told us. The fragmented ones tether down the strands of Pra that weave her false DUVIRI. Get to the heart of her power. Call forth the beast, then kill it.
What the hell? Dominus!
Remember what the scholar told us. The fragmented ones tether down the strands of Pra that weave her false DUVIRI. Get to the heart of her power.
Yeah, okay.
Call forth the beast, then kill it.
Well, I don't remember the scholar ever telling us that. This is my first time here. Okay. Drifter intrinsics. How many do I have? 162. I'm currently trying to get my combat up because of this. Drifter deals 25% more damage. In the Origin system, both Drifter and Operator receive this bonus. Give it to me. I want more damage. Yes, please. Thank you. So yeah, that's where I've been putting all of my points. I will then probably go into Opportunity to unlock this, Stranger in Black, which gives us access to none other than the man, the myth, the Stalker. And I know that for sure because I've played games in DUVIRI where people are playing as the Stalker. So, yeah. Anyway, let's see which frames. Oh, we've got Jaya. Am I still on Steel Path? I don't know which difficulty I selected. I'm hoping I went back to normal. I'll probably go for Jaya here, I would say. Yeah, I've not played enough of the rest of these to really gravitate towards any of them. Ivara is still one that I need to actually go and farm. What are my decrees before I continue? Between the Eyes, Lucinia's Suffering, Sithel's Outburst, and Grim Armory. I'll probably go for Lucinia's Suffering, because if I'm playing Jaya, I'm going to be running around dealing a lot of AoE damage. So yeah, we'll go for that. We'll go for that. Jaya, there we go. And then what weapon do we want? We've got Vidaria Prime, which I love. We've got the Mutalist Cernos, Qorvex. Over here, we've got Heat Sword, Dual Sestra, and Lex Prime. I got a, I don't know if I'll be able to add it in here. No, I got a Lex Riven the other day, which I was quite happy about. Yeah, so need to work on that. And I believe Lex is my current Incarnon weapon of choice in DUVIRI. So yeah, I should be able to get the Incarnon version soon. We'll go for the Vidaria Prime. Will I use it? Probably not. And then we'll go for the Qorvex. Come over here and get my crop. My harvest. Very nice. I don't feel like... Oh, wait. Oh! Along came a spider. Fragment. Oh, shit. Okay, I'll put that in the notes. Hold on. Complete Isleweaver. Along came a spider. Fragments. Cool. All right. Sick. Well, I'm glad I investigated. Hold on. Let me just wander around here a little bit more. Make sure there are no other hidden fragments. No. So I'm listening out for these whispers.
She mocks me, sends me nightmares.
Dominus.
Gives me myself, stripped of my armor, torn to pieces, screaming endlessly.
I don't mean to smile as he mentions that he's being torn to pieces and he's screaming endlessly, but God, I think again. Oh, another one. Woo! There we go. Amazing. Yeah, I just love DUVIRI, and I feel like it really lends itself to being one of these pieces of content which can be revisited in the future, right?
King of all DUVIRI. So it is written.
And so it must be.
So it must be.
Okay. Right. Let's dive in then, shall we? But when I was in DUVIRI, you can see it's like a sort of semicircle of different objectives you can pick. So I imagine at some point in the future, that top right-hand corner of the DUVIRI screen will have another thing that we can do.
The Triumph of Dust.
The Triumph of Dust. Okay, I again, never done this. Press Q to summon your Kaith.
They've ousted me from my city. So I found myself a kingdom to rule. Mother would be proud.
Mother would be proud. Is that another? Oh my God. Guys, we're cooking. Look at that. Another one. So hold on. Let me have a look at the map. Okay, so it is a smaller realm. It is still DUVIRI, but we are in a different sort of landmass. Now, do I want to be looking for all of the fragments right now? Maybe? There's one nearby. I can hear it. Is it up here? I definitely heard the gargling. The groaning of one Wally. Maybe I was dreaming it. Yeah, maybe I was dreaming it. Okay, no, we'll move on for now. I've got all of the time in the world to try and figure this out and find the other bits and pieces. There we go. I almost feel like there's one up here. No, I think it's just the sound of this particular obelisk. Okay, let's summon the cave. And again, you will probably hear these fragments, but I'm... Wait a damn second. I didn't have a proper look before. Hold on, wait. Can I, like, come up here and dismount so I can get a good look? Look at that. Wow. Holy shit. God. Okay, so we are... Again, I'm guessing... Sorry, I really thought I heard another one of those fragments. This would be a great place to hide one. Oh, wait. Oh, no, I thought that was one. Sorry, okay, I need to get out of here, because if not, I'm just going to keep looking for these fragments. We are in DUVIRI, but we're not in DUVIRI, it would seem. Like, we're in some sort of... We're betwixt the Void and DUVIRI, maybe. Oh, no, we are in DUVIRI. Yeah, let's play and we'll figure it out. We're just not in the kingdom proper, is what I'm trying to say, which is why the map only has this one section. So let's go down to Castletown, find the hidden royal chest.
There were people here. She unmade them. You have to find what they left.
Okay. I will try my best. I mean, another thing to point out is that we are playing as our Warframe. We're not playing as the Drifter in this moment. Find the hidden royal chest. Okay, if I had to guess, it'll be under the bridge. That's where I'd hide a chest if I were a tyrannical, indifferent individual. What is this? A Kruby. I'm guessing we're friends, so I'm not going to attack. Yeah, all seems well. Here we go. And it's the sarcophagus. Open royal chest. Okay. Shit. Hold on. There we go. That was slightly harder than the normal versions in DUVIRI. Okay. Was that not the royal chest? Oh. Slight delay.
You never could let the past go, could you?
Go on. Continue mocking me.
Don't tell me you're siding with the brat. It's about time to grow up, don't you think?
Nah, I'm good. Dominus, I'm on my way. Bear with me. I'm picking a brand new decree. Good governance. Sacrifice 0.5% from your crit chance to gain 3 times your squad's critical damage. Okay. Rolling deals 60 damage to nearby enemies and staggers them. Wormling's Aid. Shots deal additional. Casting an ability. I don't really like any of these. Good governance is okay, I suppose, but I think I'd rather maintain my crit, to be honest. Let's go with maybe something like Wormling's Aid. Envious Economy. I'm not spamming my abilities is the thing with Jaya. Right? I'll go Wormling's Aid. Just to empower my shots, I suppose. Yeah, this is awesome. Okay. But let's go to the Undercroft. I know I can take my Kaith over there, but I think for the time being I'll run just on the off chance we happen to run into any of these fragments along the way. No. It wasn't a long enough run to find anything. Did you see the portal? Oh shit, I'll have to take a closer look at that next time. It was the hands going around the portal. That was fun. And this is even slightly different.
Is this where you hide all
and the
your
Undercroft is different
kiddo?
too.
Your shame.
Yeah,
Let
kiddo.
me wash it all away for you.
Sure. Go for it. And yeah, here we go. Here come the murmur. So let's get Road to Swell up and running. Now again, I don't know whether I am on Steel Path or not. They do feel like very high level enemies compared to what I was expecting, which... yeah, I don't know what to make of that. I don't know what to make of that. And welcome back. It turns out I was, in fact, on Steel Path difficulty. I am so embarrassed. So let's try this again. Hopefully, we get the same decisions to make. We should do. So Jaya Prime, we'll go with the Vidaria Prime, Lex Prime, and the Qorvex. I don't know if the individual decrees remain the same. They should do. So there's Jaya. There's the Vidaria Prime. There's Qorvex. And here is my Lex Prime. Amazing. Now, Are the decrees the same? They are. Lucinia's suffering. Right, let's have another go at this. I am not in the position to be tackling Steel Path right now. Okay, first mission.
Kiddo, how long have you been hiding out here, thinking I couldn't see you?
You're the one with the weapons
And the war suits, not me. You tell him.
to make the murmur go away.
Oh, there you go. First mission done. Right,
Butchering
decree.
freely like your forebears did, kiddo.
I will probably go for Wormling's aid again. Okay,
Oh, poor little.
and now we're off into the
The
Undercroft.
monster from Albrecht's stories finally came for him.
Ho, 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 ho!
Before it, the Undercroft.
Yeah, and look, this is different in here. With that, like, obelisk up there, and look at the background. Oh, wow. God, I love it. I really do.
You came here
Crucible,
to use
okay.
Albrecht's crucibles. The only thing you'll create is a corpse.
Oh, well,
Yours.
okay. That's very dramatic, sure. Allow me to get my abilities going, and then I'll deal with you. Hopefully. Again, I love Jaya. I've not played Jaya much recently, but God, her moveset. Like, just being able to run around and watching enemies explode like fireworks is just a delight. I will say I'm not the biggest fan of Crucible. It's not that I hate it. It's just probably my least favorite of the bunch that you can get here. But I suppose playing Jaya, it works out because I'm not having to aim. I can just sort of run around, collect the amphors, come over here. Yeah, this isn't too bad. This isn't too bad. This should be fine. But yeah, I don't know when I'm going to be able to have a good look around this place. Again, maybe a future episode can be just us exploring DUVIRI and getting all of the fragments. I'm aware that there are guides online because people have gone to share them with me, and I've said no thank you for now. I might use one in the end to find all of the fragments, but I'd like to have a good stab at maybe finding them myself first. But maybe in the interest of time, if I get stuck and can't find like the last few, then I can use something online maybe to help. Okay, we need fire amphors. There's one up here. Oh, that's the wrong button. Never mind. There we go. Throw that in there. I suppose this was initially meant to serve as a way to introduce elemental combinations to new players, right? Because this was an alternate start, or at least it was positioned to be an alternate starting point for people.
Don't understand.
Rusalka, I think you need to say that into the mirror. I think you're playing with things you don't understand. I am perfectly aware of the insanity that is not only DUVIRI, and I suppose I don't understand him fully, but also the man in the wall. Now, no amphors are dropping. That might be because I need to go collect them from the last location. Oh, no. Speak of the devil, and it shall appear. There we go. I feel like I'm getting way more progress per amphor than I normally do. I don't know if that's just my fancying it, but I feel like normally I get closer to 8% maybe per throw. Maybe that's just the nature of doing multiplayer, because of course I do a lot of DUVIRI in multiplayer. Huh? I'm certainly not going to complain, that's for sure. The map shows there's a cold one here, but I can't see it. Yeah, Jaya is, dare I say it, easy mode. Like, look at total kills, 158, and I don't think I've aimed anything yet. I'm just running around. God, I love her. I really do. It's the perfect frame to play if you're somewhat preoccupied. Maybe you want to run bounties while you listen to a podcast, an audiobook, or whatever. Maybe you're watching a stream or a YouTube video on the side, and being able to play as Jaya, it just frees up a big mental load, you know? Yeah, good. We're getting some more cold amphors. That's all I need now. We've got a couple up here. There we go. And another one. And another one. Okay, we've got a few of these. Bear with me, guys. One there. There we go. I tell you what I wouldn't mind seeing. More Railjack content. You know, on the topic of DUVIRI being this evergreen...
Those elements. A shameful mess.
Sorry, Rusalka. Anyway, yeah, DUVIRI is sort of like this perfect foundation to add content to in the future, right? Like, you can add different islands, I suppose, different regions.
Only a few pages left, kiddo.
Mm-hmm.
And the book always has a monster at the end.
You're very dramatic. I like that about you. But I feel like Railjack would be a similar...
Souls raised in such different environments. Haven't you figured it out yet? You're fascinating.
Haven't you figured it out yet? I don't know if the implication there is that we are the darker half. We are born of the void in a way that the operator isn't. Like, we've been sculpted by the void, whereas the operator, while void touched, has been sculpted by humanity in love and compassion through the careful guidance of none other than the Lotus. Let me go and use my decree.
Deep beyond the madness. Unlock the reserves the scholar instructed us to keep.
Shattering Frost, because it pairs nicely with Lucinia's Suffering. I can affect all nearby enemies with cold status. I now deal 80% more damage to them because of Shattering Frost. Perfect. Right, let's go in here. What are we doing? What is the next mission? Energize Shrine. Okay. Oh, is this where we have to, like, shoot the discs that appear? I think so. Energize Shrine. Yeah, here we go. Right, let's get out the Lex Prime. 1. Where did that go? There. Then it goes this way. Oh, but I need to figure out how to get round there. Okay. Oh, no. No, it is open. Never mind. Ignore me. And then this one over here. Then that's going in this direction. This one, I suppose. And then there we go. It's done. Woohoo! Nice. Okay, I realize I don't have my abilities going right now, but there's not many enemies to really use them on. Okay. Undercroft again.
Hack off a hand, an arm, a face. Keep on taking and see what grins back at you.
Into the Undercroft. Quickly.
Okay. Okay, Rusalka. I'm liking the cut of your jib. I can hear that whispering. I don't know if it's just meant for atmospheric stuff, or is there a fragment up here? Not that I can see. Okay, let me go and use my decree. Your first shot after reloading, rolling, heavy attacks, finishes. None of these are great for me. Let's go for... Duelist's Advantage, maybe? Nimble Gunner. I think I'm more likely to be rolling than reloading. Right. Do I want to go into the Undercroft, or do I want to fly around and look at the man in the wall? I kind of do. I kind of do want to go and have a little look-see. No, let's go down here for now. I've no doubt the game will take me in that direction shortly, so let's just focus on this. Okay, what is the mission in here? I'd love to climb to the top and have a better look at that piece of architecture. Oh, survival! Okay.
Played that game where you see how long you can hold your breath?
Let's
play it now.
Okay, sure. Yeah, okay. Let's play it now. This seems like a good enough time. I wonder what has changed around here, because I can see the skybox is, you know, identifiably different. It looks very much like what we're dealing with over in the Sanctum Anatomica. God, look at that there. That's very different from what we've seen in the Sanctum. While it is the same architecture and that sort of like infinite sky, look at his frown. God, I love it. What a great villain. Yeah, let's run around a bit so I can maintain my rotus well. If not, that'll slowly dissipate. But yeah, we can see that it sort of merges. It's blending with the void. So I don't know if this version of DUVIRI is again, like, on the boundary of our DUVIRI. The fact that Dominus is here is... Oh, no, I'm going to lose my Rotoswell. That's what I get for not doing good parkour. The fact that Dominus is here almost insinuates that this is overwriting DUVIRI as we know it. For him to be here in that capacity. Oh, God, I'm not going to be able to get my ability up in time. Will I get it? Nah, I missed it. Never mind. Shit. What is that ability called? My third ability. I only know the name of Rotoswell. Oh. The paradox can't help you forever. My third ability basically gives me energy on kill with Rotoswell due to my Rotoswell augment. But I don't remember what it's called. And I'd love to take a look right now, but I'm a bit preoccupied. Hold on. Let me have a look. Abilities. Cathode Grace. That's it. Right. So let's wait for that to come back up. I do need some more energy. So we'll use it now, and then I'll try and get some kills, which should build up some duration. There we go. And then we can Rotoswell. Amazing. There we go. That's better. There's so many frames that I've really, truly gravitated towards. And I can see myself playing into the end game. I'm assuming most of them will be viable. You can deal ridiculous amounts of damage on nearly every frame. So I imagine most of them would be fine to use. I guess my only concern is playing a frame which maybe the community at large deems weaker, and then you're seen as a troll for playing as them. Now, I've got no reason to believe that will be the case. Everything I've seen from the community around Warframe has been fantastic, kind, inclusive, etc., which, again, has been incredible to see. But I know that when you get into the more, and this is just speaking in general for most games I've played in my life, when you get to the more hardcore content, I think there is an expectation that you play the game in a specific way in order to not be detrimental to your teammates. So yeah, I'm curious if you guys let me know in the old comments on if that is the case. Like, would I get moaned at for playing Jaya maybe in a end game setting, doing deep Archimedia or no, what is it, elite Archimedia? Because I imagine at that point, you've got to have some level of group synergy, right? Not like the Holy Trinity from MMOs, healer, tank, DPS, but I imagine you want your groups to be comprised of someone who's buffing, someone who's healing, like a Trinity sort of character, someone who's great at single target, someone who's great at AoE. So in that situation, I'd imagine Excalibur, and especially with how I've built him, would be a great crowd cleaver. And then a more single target frame, I don't know who that would be. Maybe Sight, because he specializes in sniper rifles? And I feel like a sniper rifle, by virtue of it being a sniper rifle, would be a better tool to use against a single enemy? I don't know. But again, I'm super curious to hear from you guys, because it's something that I'm yet to touch in the game, and I just have no idea where to begin. And I'd like to try and, you know, give folks confidence to try out this content and, you know, do it on video for you all to see.
Find out what I was up to while you were gone.
Okay, Rusalka. I mean the man in the wall. Oh. Okay.
All those possibilities. And yet the story only ends one way.
Oh, I thought she was going to continue. Okay.
You want to deny me a place? Even here, in the remains of your childhood? Not very nice of you, kiddo.
Yeah, you can do one. Envious Economy, casting ability, Grim Armory, Hammer of Retribution, Irresistible Bombardment. Grim Armory, I guess. But it's not a very impassioned pick. Find Oraxia's lair is my next objective. Okay. All I was going to say on the topic of doing hard content when I played through Final Fantasy XIV, for example, I made it a point to go into things blind and show people that it's okay to not know what you're doing and that you can learn on the fly and content is accessible to anyone and everyone, should you want to give it a go. And, you know, not to toot my own horn at all, but a lot of people in watching me go through difficult content would then say, oh, watching you play gave me the boost I needed to give it a go, and now I have a raiding team. I have a static that I do savage raids with. So if I can do something similar with Warframe, maybe, and doing some of these harder pieces of content, like Deep Archimedia, Elite Archimedia, Netracells to a lesser degree, and show people, even Steel Path, maybe doing some Steel Path challenges. Because I definitely had that when I was younger, I think. I would be so put off from engaging in that sort of content out of fear of being detrimental to the team. But then in the same breath, I was sort of denying myself some incredibly fun content because of my own sort of fear, right? Figured I'd quickly come over here just in case there is a fragment. This would be a great place to hide one. I don't know why I'm looking. I need to be listening, really, don't I? For any whisperings or garglings, as we've heard with the other ones. Yeah. I don't know if that's just him having a little cough, but I definitely heard a little man in the wall grumble. No. That's just him. Never mind, sorry. I thought I was hearing a fragment. Never mind. All right, let's go back. Let's head down. Okay, find Auraxia's lair. This is not how I thought I'd be encountering Auraxia, I'll be honest.
Is keeping this false DUVIRI tethered to my kingdom.
Oh, do you reckon Auraxia is weaving the strands of Kra? Like a spider would? That's kind of what he said when we first came in here, right? About heeding the scholar's words. And it's down here, which is where we were earlier. Cool. Wait, is that Scuttler? Okay. Oh, shit. Skip. No, 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 don't skip. Whoa. Okay, shit. Right. I don't feel like I'm the best frame to deal with this, unless you summon loads of minions. Yeah, my Cathode Grace is about to disappear. Oh, God. All right, guys, buckle in. This is going to be a hard one. Oh, God, I'm only shooting when she's... Oh, no, we're fine. Okay, we're dealing enough damage. I was nervous that maybe because I'd picked the Jaya, I wasn't going to have the damage hit. Because I'm mainly dealing AoE, right? Oh, sorry, that's... Okay, there we go. Phase 1 done? Okay, I really want to be using Rotaswell right now. Bear with. Bear with. I'm having to... I don't know where I need to stand there to avoid taking damage. I was just taking perpetual damage. There was that bubble. Do I need to stay around this spider, maybe? Or do I just need to kill all of the spiders? Oh. If that's it, then... Oh, you're kidding. I don't think that kills them. Shit. I thought Rotaswell might just completely obliterate them. Okay, phase 2.
Left nothing but dust and darkling spiders in his wake.
Yep.
Isn't it time for a new story?
Hold on. Bear with me. I can't lie. All I'm thinking about right now is Rel. And how Rel kept spiders for pets. Death Scuttler. Maybe I can't let the Death Scuttler touch me. I'm trying to piece together what I meant to do. Okay, sorry. I was just focusing on killing these guys. Maybe that's what I needed to do. Okay, whatever. It's done now. Shit. Okay, she's regenerating health. That's not good. Oi! Okay. One more. There we go. Awarded for vanquishing Araxia in Isleweaver.
Spider, kiddo. Especially when I can just bring her back.
Please don't. Yeah. I'm gonna have to make a note on what she just said about Albrecht leaving behind these spiders. Because it makes me think more about Rel and again how he kept spiders. Look at that. I'm not a fan of eyes in the sense that anything to do with eyes, opticians, whatever, like, it just gives me the heebie-jeebies. But weirdly, I quite like that. I don't know why. Anyway, decree. Melee, finisher, corrosive, each decree. Let's go for the corrosive one because we deal corrosive with Wormling's Aid. Okay, we need to get out of here, I believe. Find the hidden royal chest, and apparently it is above us, so I'm guessing the way out is over here. Okay, let me just quickly destroy these on the off chance we've got any nice bits and pieces. I am going to have to craft Araxia, but now that I've unlocked the means to acquire her, I might use the Araxia I was gifted. And then when I have farmed her, I can then subsume the new one, if that makes sense. Because I want to have every Warframe subsumed, so yeah, I might use that as an opportunity to try her out and see what she's about. Because she's definitely one of the dare I say most desired frames for me. I just think she looks awesome. So I'd love to be able to actually play her finally after these many months now of wanting to play her but not really being able to. Okay, we're making it ever so... Oh, wait. It might be down here? But that's where we just fought Araxia. There is an up arrow, so I'm guessing... sorry. I'm not reading the map very well. I think the chest is up here. There it is. No, it's not. Where is it? Where's the chest? No! What happened there? Yeah, on the map, the yellow circle had an up arrow, but now it doesn't have it anymore. I'm so confused. Maybe it is down here? There's definitely something down there. Oh, I don't know what's going on. Sorry, guys. I shot that right through the hole. Never mind. One more. There you go. Gotcha. Right, what is down here then? There's this here. Oh, this is the chest. Right, okay. I got really thrown off by the arrow. Any idea why that would have appeared? An up arrow? Moving on. It's open. Nice. Yeah, they're definitely faster, and there's more notes to hit, which is quite fun. Give it a second. There we go. Okay. The final mission. Summon the beast. Well, let me quickly do my final decree. Stormcaller? Stormcaller. We'll go for Stormcaller. Right, let's go. Is this going to be like summoning the Aura Worm, or am I going to be summoning something entirely...
Her grip weakens at last. Call forth the beast that binds her to DUVIRI.
Okay. How exactly do you want me to call forth the beast? Do you want me to fly through the hole? Yes. Oh, Don't say anything. There we go. Oh, okay. Oh. It's... Oh, God. The sheer scale of it is just gorgeous. Okay, let's see. Is it something to do with you? All right, summon. Here we go. The triumph of dust. The fragmented tide. Of course it is.
Too late, kiddo. This is how the story goes now.
Nah, we'll see about that. We'll see about that. I'm gonna fry you like bacon in a pan. And maybe an egg as well. I'll crack a couple eggs while I'm there. Okay, can you summon some more ads, please? Because I've run out. Hello? How am I meant to continue the boss fight if there are no more? Oh, here we go. They're spawning again. One back here. Nice. The lighting here is top tier. Okay, let's get a bit closer so we can be dealing this damage. We deal more damage to chilled enemies, and we chill them when we are close to them. Now, I don't know if I'm playing this as well as I should be, but never mind. Let's go to the Lex Prime for a second and just, like, rattle off some shots. Get some corrosive status, some electricity status as well. Jump over that. We're nearly at the halfway point. There we go. Okay, phase 2 begins shortly. Duet! Oh, shit! Oh, okay. Jumping over this. Shit, did not mean to get caught there. Oh my god. Now, I don't think I should be inside of that, so I'm gonna try and leave. Oh, no, that's not a good idea. Okay, hold on, guys. Hold on. Let's go back to the Vidaria Prime for a second. Ah, just missed him. Okay, deal with the ads. Okay, they're back. Going in. Trying to shoot these points in the middle. Shit, I should have jumped. Damn. I should have been jumping. I was too hell-bent on trying to get the sniper shots in. Okay, let's build up our damage again. Kill some of these ads. There we go. That's more like it. No. Keep jumping. And again. Come on. That's got to be it. Yes. Come on. Woo. Open the chest. Skyeted Blueprint, Scuttler Husk, and Pathos Clamp. Lovely. And 15 intrinsics to end it all. Brilliant. Okay. Right. I'm going to leave. We'll come back here, I think, in a future episode. To have a deeper dive and find all of the different logs and stuff. Temporal dust. The dust of decayed universes. What? Rich in entropy. Hold on, I need to find out more about that. What? Hold on. Hold on. It's lagging. Okay, here we go. What is this?
Your codex has
The
been
dust
updated with
of
a new
decayed universes, rich in entropy. Entrati's research postulates it as the animating agent of the nightmarish murmur of decayed universes. What if that is the not the no, I cannot get into that right now. I was going to say, I wonder if the universe we are currently in and exist within is one of hundreds, thousands, millions, etc. that have existed over the course of history itself. And they've all succumbed to the void, and maybe the void is where they go. I don't know. We could postulate that. Skyeted Blueprint. Go on the hunt with Araxia's signature secondary. Nice. I need the gauntlet and the barrel. I've got no idea where to get those. And we've got the Pathos Clamp. I've got 45 of those now. Very nice. And I'm very nearly at the cap with the Steel Meridian. I really enjoyed that. That was good fun. And yeah, again, it's something else that I want to dig into soon and get all of the different fragments for. Yeah, I'll never tire of DUVIRI. It is such a fun game mode. Yeah, we'll go back there soon. Again, if you guys let me know in the comments, because I'll wrap up for now. If you guys let me know in the comments what you would like to see me do before the old piece, I'm all ears, and I will try and get as much of it done as possible. If there's anything else you'd like me to react to, let me know. I don't want to make a habit of doing it too often, though. At most once a week, maybe. But yeah, it's yeah. I'm just gonna waffle on. Thank you very much for watching. This has been a very Kim-heavy episode. Hopefully you've still been able to enjoy yourselves. I love this game. And yeah, I'll see you next week for another Hex Rank-Up, and hopefully a more complete list of things to do. So for now, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Fare thee well.